viewers, welcome or welcome back. Here we believe in intentional luxury and we're not afraid to invest in pieces that will work for us. So if that resonates with you, then please consider subscribing and stay a while. Well, giddy up folks, because today I'm going to share my experience visiting the new boutique in Austin, Texas. And then I'll share an unboxing of some of the fun items that I picked up while I was there. So let's begin. I found myself in Austin at the end of May for business. And of course, while I was there, I had to check out the local Hermès. I believe it's only been open since around 2022, and so it's obviously fairly new in the grand scheme of Hermès boutiques. And it's only open until 6 p.m. Central, so I was definitely that person who got off of work around 5:30 and tried to get down there as fast as possible before it closed. So unfortunately, I didn't have a very relaxing experience, but they were very nice and very accommodating, but they were like definitely winding down. Also, I had just gotten my Kelly 25, so I wasn't exactly desperate for a bag, and arguably I shouldn't have been buying anything, but I just had to go and take a look around and see if I saw anything special. And of course, if you love a brand like I love Hermès, it's really fun going to local boutiques, seeing what the different vibe is in each location, and then potentially getting a little something for the memories, kind of like getting a mug from the airport. I'll put some pictures up here, but my basic read of the situation was that it was very quiet. And it's actually in a very odd area. It's in the South Congress area of Austin, if you guys know where that is. It's very small, and it seems to be like one floor with like a slight raise in the middle, so it's not like a multi-level. And there were just really beautiful things on display, a nice bag display. I asked to try things on really quickly, and I kind of came in with a bit of a wish list of things that I hadn't even talked to my own SA about in my local store. The SA that I worked with had only been there for 4 months, so he was fairly junior, but he was very nice and very accommodating. Some advice for people who might live in the Austin area. I actually feel like this might be a good store for you to go in and make a rapport with an SA. It was extremely quiet, and granted it was during the week, but I feel like your chances of getting quota bags might be good because competition might be low. And you might not have a ton of VIP or VVIP competition in the area, so if bags do come available, again, that's a big question. Like, they might not get a lot of stock potentially, who knows? But it did seem quiet enough that it's not like you were fighting for attention from those folks. So with that fun description, let's get into the items that I picked up. So we'll start with this, and I truly haven't unboxed these since I put them into my carry-on luggage coming from Austin. Here we go. All right, so this is very interesting because I might have to return one of these items, but let's look at first one in the back, and if you know this packaging, you already know what this is. This is my new 24mm belt, and it is in the color Menthe and then the color Anemone. So take a look at that. This is very Mardi Gras vibes, but of course, when I went into the store, my eyes went straight to the items that had this beautiful green. As you know, my Kelly 25 is in the color Vert Vertigo, and this is in the color Menthe, which is kind of like mint, and it looks very similar. And then this Anemone is cool, and this looks to be more in like an Epsom grained type of leather, and this feels like it's Swift because it's a lot more smooth. But I probably will rarely use it on the purple side because I did buy it for the green, but they are an interesting combination. And if you haven't seen my belts video, this is the newest addition to my designer belts, most of which are Hermès. Now, here's the interesting thing. I have 2 buckles in here, and I only wanted to buy one, so I might actually go and return one of them. This is the one Here it is. This is the one that I actually wanted to purchase. And you can see it is in that really cool horse bit detail. And it has a nice weight to it. It's the Boucle de Ceinture Heritage 24 Laiton Paladis. Here is the tag if you're interested in that. But I thought that this was a really cool, kind of quiet luxury, almost Gucci-esque type of a symbol. So I will do some try-ons at the end. And then here is the second one, which I didn't actually want, but let's see if I choose to keep it. This is called the Lagoon, and it is in the gold tone hardware. And while it's beautiful, you know, this just isn't my style. I have a lot of the Chandancre stuff, so I probably will be bringing this back. Unfortunately, I maybe wasn't clear about what I wanted. So I will put this back into the dust bag and maybe bring it back to the thing, but it will give me an excuse to go and visit my local SA, who I haven't seen in a while. So that'll be fun to talk to her and tell her about my trip to Austin. So here is my final piece, and let's open this up. And as you can see, 2 dust bags. So you know it's a pair of shoes. And I will share with you what I got, and it is a pair of Oran sandals. For those who have been watching this channel for a while, you know that I have been kind of resistant to buying a pair of Oran sandals. And here is the other one. And so you can see, these are pretty special though. These are in the new 2024 color called Doré. I think that means like golden. And as you can see, it's like a metallic hint to the leather. So it's metallic gold. And this is a new color for this year to commemorate the Paris 2024 Olympics. So I thought that was the coolest thing ever since I heard about it. And to me, it's just so cool to have metallic leather. This is very like reminiscent of things I would wear back in the early 2000s. And I had been tracking these online. Sometimes you can see them on the website that the Orans were in stock, and they were kind of like in the back of my mind. So when I went into the store, I just happened to ask if they had them. Traditionally, Orans that I've tried on in the past were a little loose for my foot. So I always liked the Santorini sandals, which had the buckle in the back. But when I tried these on, I kind of liked them. So I will also do some try on mod shots for you to show you and these are so beautiful. And I could see these being styled so well with kind of khaki or black, just really anything. So that is super beautiful. The interesting thing about these though is I actually got these in a size 36.5. Now that happened to be the only size they had and I really wanted them, but I think if you have small feet, you might want to hear me out here. So basically I tried on a pair of black Oran sandals in 36, and then I tried these in 36.5. And what I noticed is that the back of my foot didn't actually change between the 36 and the 36.5, but where the 36.5 really kind of showed its difference was in the top of the toe. So in the 36, my toe was like right at the top, but in the 36.5, there was a little breathing room. So what's interesting is, and I'm not sure if this is like for all Oran sandals, but I found that the extra space in sizing up kind of came up here, and that is good for me because I kind of have longer toes, not to be too weird, but I could actually use the space at the top of that toe box area rather than the back. So I was pretty happy to buy these and add these to my collection. I'm wondering if this is going to launch a whole new area of collectability for me, because as you know, when I like something, I like to buy a few pairs. So I will let you all know how I like the Orans. And so here is the back of them. And I actually, even though it has the rubber back here, I might look into getting them treated before I start wearing these out and about. And it just has one long leather piece in the black. But this black and gold is super pretty. But here you can see, you know, really pretty. The gold color actually elongates my feet. So there's like a nice long line, very flattering. And as you can see, it's not like there's a ton of room on the back. So I feel like they fit pretty well. Maybe once I put some rubber on the bottom, they'll be pretty secure. So very nice. And next I'll show myself putting on my new men's belt. I got the size 80, and then here's how we secure that piece. And then we'll put it around and secure it there. So hopefully you can have a quick look. It's definitely a pop of green. And this is just a simple cotton dress that I've put on. And then because I have it, I'll show you what the gold one looks like. So here is the gold. It's still very pretty. So here's what that looks like. I just feel like I wear so much Chandampra stuff. But here's what it looks like with the gold shoes. Not too bad. I feel like I'm summer ready. So thank you to those who stayed with me to the end. Let us know in the comments what you think about these items. And if you've ever been to the Austin store as well, I welcome you to follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see more of how I style these items in my day-to-day and other luxury moments. If you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to go down the rabbit hole that is my luxury unboxing playlist, and I'll put that link here. Please like it if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!